Smartphones are about to experience the biggest transformation we have seen in more than a decade. For years, we got minor updates, slightly better cameras, a little more speed, maybe a new design every few years. But everything that is happening right now behind the scenes shows one thing clearly. 2026 will not be an ordinary upgrade cycle. It will be the year when smartphones step into a completely new era. And in the next few minutes, you will hear about 7 technologies that are not experimental ideas or fantasy concepts, but real developments confirmed by companies like Google, Samsung, Apple, Qualcomm, and several major manufacturers. These technologies are already in active test phases, early production, or have leaked through trustworthy industry sources. What they will create is a smartphone experience that feels alive, adaptive, spatial, intelligent, and far more powerful than what we use today. The first major shift is the rise of hyperlocal AI processing. Until now, artificial intelligence has depended heavily on cloud servers. You say something, your phone sends it online, servers process it, and then send back a result. But this system is slow, limited, and raises privacy concerns. In 2026, that model collapses. The new generation of processors from Qualcomm, Samsung, and Google will run massive AI models directly on the device. This means your phone will translate languages in real time without internet, generate images instantly, clean noise from your videos as you film them, and anticipate your habits with insane accuracy. It will not be the simple adaptive battery kind of prediction that we've seen before. It will be immediate, context-aware intelligence operating inside your phone every second, adjusting your system exactly to your behavior. And because everything happens locally, your private data stays with you, not with external servers. At the same time, another breakthrough is emerging: spatial interfaces. Google has already announced its 3D XR layer for Android, which can turn ordinary 2D content into real 3D objects inside a spatial environment. This is huge because it means smartphones will no longer be flat windows. Your photos, apps, menus, and videos will have depth, layers, and physical presence. You will scroll through floating interfaces, interact with elements that move in space, and watch video calls appear as layered scenes instead of flat screens. For manufacturers like Samsung, Oppo, and Xiaomi, this opens the door to a completely new generation of apps. We will see 3D weather dashboards, floating music controls, spatial maps, and layered home screens that feel alive. This change will be as significant as the transition from keypad phones to touchscreens. Another major development quietly growing is the arrival of light field and holographic style display layers. Several companies have been experimenting with screens that can produce depth without glasses. Early versions were bulky or low quality, but the 2026 prototypes are cleaner, thinner, and bright enough for mainstream devices. Notifications, icons, photos, and UI elements will appear to hover above the display. It will not be the sci-fi hologram everyone dreams of, but it will be the first step toward a multi-depth visual experience. Your phone will display subtle, floating elements that shift with your angle, giving the entire interface a futuristic appearance. Then there is the revolution in video. Cameras are about to get a level of AI enhancement that changes everything for creators and everyday users. Real-time video improvement will become standard. Instead of editing after recording, your phone will grade your footage, stabilize it, brighten shadows, reduce noise, and even upscale resolution while you are filming. Low-light videos will become dramatically cleaner, making nighttime shooting actually look good for the first time. This will change vlogging, travel videos, event recording, and everyday moments. Imagine recording your child's birthday, a holiday trip, or a simple cafe vlog, and your phone produces a final result that looks professionally edited. That level of power is only possible because of the new AI-optimized hardware arriving in 2026. Another huge milestone is satellite connectivity becoming mainstream. Current phones only offer limited SOS features, but next-generation devices will allow two-way messaging, emergency data, and in some cases, low-speed satellite internet. For the first time in smartphone history, you will be reachable almost anywhere on the planet. Mountain regions, deserts, oceans, rural areas, if you have a clear view of the sky, you will be connected. This completely changes global communication. Natural disaster alerts, emergency warnings, and travel safety updates will be delivered instantly no matter where you are. People who live or work in remote areas will no longer depend solely on cell towers. The smartphone will become the world's first universally accessible communication device. Meanwhile, the form factor of phones is about to shift dramatically again. Foldables and rollables are moving past their experimental stage. Current foldables still feel thick, fragile, and expensive. But the 2026 generation will be nearly the same thickness as normal phones, with almost invisible creases and much stronger hinges. Rollable designs, which expand the screen vertically or horizontally, are also entering commercial production. Imagine a phone that fits in your pocket but expands into a mini tablet when needed. Multitasking, gaming, media watching, and productivity will all feel different when screens can change shape depending on the situation. This flexibility represents the next chapter of hardware evolution, but none of this matters without better battery technology. And fortunately, 2026 finally solves this long-standing problem. Silicon anode battery cells are entering mainstream production. They can charge far faster than current lithium cells, handle thousands of cycles without degrading, and offer significantly higher capacity in smaller sizes. You will be able to charge your phone from 0 to 60% in under 10 minutes. A phone that used to lose noticeable battery health after a year will maintain strong performance for years. Combined with local AI optimization, battery anxiety will disappear for most users. When you put all these advancements together, local AI, 3D XR interfaces, holographic display effects, real-time video enhancement, satellite connectivity, adaptive screen hardware, and next-gen batteries, you realize that smartphones are about to transform more in 1 year than they have in the last 10. The era of minor upgrades is ending. We are stepping into a future where phones are not just tools, but intelligent companions capable of understanding context, displaying depth, adapting their shape, and staying connected anywhere on Earth. If you think smartphones have reached their limits, the truth is simple. We have barely entered the next stage. What is coming in 2026 will be the reset point, the leap forward, the moment the industry jumps into a new decade of innovation. And when these technologies finally arrive, our definition of what a phone is and what it can do will change forever.